on that one. I go Roman Reigns on this one. Just calling it out. For you, Matt?
Well, as we said earlier in the show, some promo posters do spoil things.
Yeah,
Roman.
They do. Ridiculous. Let's hope that was another genius move by Vince, and he put it out there on purpose. That'd be good, wouldn't it? For a change. It should be a good match, hopefully. You know what was surprising when those two guys squared up, Matt? It was quite crazy how tall Drew McIntyre is. Because you think of Roman and Drew, and I think of them as the same size, but man, Drew is a big dude. I mean, Roman's a big guy, but Drew's that much taller, isn't he? It's quite crazy how big that guy must be. Okay.
He's the chosen one.
He is the chosen one, yeah. Let's go back to that gimmick. Another match now, Matt. I got throwing matches out like left, right and centre here. Another one-on-one. It's AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Come out of the last pay-per-view we covered, Matt. We did say at the time, what a shame that they just had to do it like this and out of nowhere, really. No real crazy reasons. However, I have enjoyed some of what they've been doing in the last couple of weeks. Like, they have been pulling out some good promos with each other, so at least I can say they've worked a bit hard on it there. Two absolute, experienced pros in the business here, Matt. AJ Styles, great that he's got a one-on-one match, and it's not Shane McMahon, definitely, but and it's not a multi-man match either, so that's good. Randy Orton's a big opponent. This should be a good match, shouldn't it, Matt? I mean, Randy does often deliver pretty decent with guys like AJ. I remember the match he had with Seth Rollins. That was pretty cool. I'm kind of expecting the same kind of style, really, the same kind of match. What do you think about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, on paper, great match. It should be good, but I'm not sold on why we have it.
Yeah.
Why do we have this match? It was like, because AJ was an indie guy and Randy was a WWE guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's what we're getting. It's like, this is supposed to feel superior because you straight away got your big shot in WWE and someone had to work their way up to it. I'm not really that invested in it. I don't think it really matters too much who wins. I feel like it's a bit of a shame for AJ because AJ could have had a better match, but when you think about it now, a lot of the titles are busy, they're occupied, people are fighting for them. Where do you put AJ? Mm-hmm. This was the only logical place for him. Randy is no joke. He's taken seriously, and he is a credible kind of threat in the ring. So put him with him. And you'll have a solid match. But that's the downside to Randy now. He's not considered the top guy. He's always considered, the company guy who will do what's right for WWE, who will step in and fill a role which no one else is going to, but they need to make it a good event. It's Randy, and that's detrimental to Randy, I suppose, because he's better than he's booked. Even it's just WWE's standard these days, isn't it? Too much talent and not too much time.
Yeah.
They need to focus a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like it's a common theme as we go through this, is that the thing that lets some of these matches down is the purpose. What are they fighting for? And secondly, if you haven't got a title to fight for, this would have been so much better if they'd have planted this seed back at the Royal Rumble, at least from January. The fact that it come out 3 weeks ago, what can you do in that time? I think they've done as best as they can, but I'm telling you, the planning for this kind of stuff is really bad from WWE. I mean, I've never seen it as disorganised as it is at the moment. This is the sort of match that you should know way ahead of time and plant the seeds early, and at least people will care. But the fact they've left it with 3 weeks to spare, it's just, that's a problem. I do think the match will be really good, but like I say, there's no real purpose for it and what they're fighting for. Matt, in terms of a winner, who do you go for here?
It's difficult. It is really difficult. This may well be the most 50-50 match that I've seen.
It is with the odd makers as well, I'll add.
I'll go with AJ because he is the face, and when you're in doubt, go with the face because you might get a little bit of an edge there. wish, that even if it was a throwaway match, they just said, the winner of this would be the number one contender, and they would get a title shot down the line. At least there would have been something to fight for.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I go. I'm going to go AJ Styles as well. By the way, he's the underdog with the odds. By the way, he's Randy is the favourite. So there you go. On that one.
Will tell if our logic sees us right.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go on that one then. So another match out of the way on another singles battle there, obviously between those two guys. Next up, Matt, it's here. It's Triple H versus Batista. No holds barred now. No holds barred match. Does that make it any more better, Matt? The no holds barred part, or is that just going to be like even worse?
It makes it a bit better than the Shane McMahon one. I feel like if you was to choose Triple H's speciality match, it is kind of street fight. I mean, I know he's been in like Hell in the Cells, and he's done well in them, cage matches and all that, but I feel like when it comes down to it, street fight is his domain, and I'm sure we'll see the re-emergence of the sledgehammer that will return in some form, and may well end up putting Batista to rest for the rest of his career, I guess, in professional wrestling.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too long on this one because we obviously spoke about this earlier about the ridiculous of Dave Batista and all the rest of it. We spoke about the feud and all the rest of it. I'm hoping the match may live up to some good booking. What we don't want is like a Sting kind of situation here. I don't want to see them beat the hell out of each other and then at the end they shake hands.
They're giving Batista what he wants. That's not what he wants.
No. So I hope they don't shake hands at the end after he gets whacked with a sledgehammer. Says thank you for hitting me. And cheats and all the rest of it. As far as a winner goes here, Matt, I mean, surely there is only one winner, and that's got to be Triple H. Same for you, Matt?
Well, you've got to assume that Batista's going to cut ties with WWE. He's not had much to do with them. He's wanted out for years and years. All we've heard is bloody, like, I want this match with Triple H. And they, to WWE's credit, they played into that. They let us into this inside knowledge that we all knew about anyway.
Yeah.
Batista wanted this match, which was good. I mean, I like that. I like when they play into the real life, so that's good. And now we know that Triple H has his career on the line. I feel that's desperation from WWE side. I feel like there wasn't enough interest that they thought that it wasn't going their way, so they thought, how else do we get more people interested? Let's put Triple H's career on the line. There's never really in jeopardy.
Yeah, I feel like they wasted a big opportunity with Ric Flair as well. I mean, they attacked him, but they didn't use that like too much again. And I think if you'd have had, I really thought there was kind of comebackers. I thought they were going to do something really cool, and did Rick really get attacked and all this kind of stuff? But they just haven't even given you any little like, oh, I'm not even saying it should happen, but they could have teased it a bit. I don't know what they're doing, quite frankly, with the feud, but it's just a bit of a shame. I think this is it for Batista, to be quite honest with you. This might be the farewell match for him for a long while. So yeah, it does seem like these two guys they're doing it like best mates are just having a match because it's mainly for them two. It's for nobody else. It's just for them. But hopefully it's better than what the feud's been. Let's hope. I'm interested to see what Dave Batista performs like as well in this one, so we'll see. Okay, let's move on, Matt, to the WWE Championship match. The new Daniel Bryan here, Matt, up against Kofi Kingston. Tremendous story because, of course, Kofi, got put in for Mustafa Ali, couple of month ago, and now people want to see this guy in there. They've teased it. They haven't done a tremendously great job, if I'm honest, because if they really wanted people to get the ump, they wouldn't even tease it. They actually just put Kofi on like main event or something every week and not even have them anywhere near it. Don't even have them talking about it like they're being told not to talk about it, and they're only going for another match. And that would have been like the old Daniel Bryan circumstance, because that's what they've done with Daniel Bryan. They didn't even have Daniel Bryan was only talking about his things in his own spare time, but it wasn't on TV. So they've tried to recreate it, Matt, but it's a bit of a poor version of it. But I still like the fact that it is Kofi Kingston, that they are having this match. I know Daniel Bryan, the guy, I know he's playing a heel, but Daniel Bryan, the man, Matt, this is the type of match he would have wanted against a guy like Kofi. I mean, this is what he would have been about, having that belt himself, making this belt himself. He would have wanted guys like Kofi to challenge him instead of the same old norm. So, it would be like having Cesaro there, Matt. It would be like a similar kind of situation. But here we have Kofi Kingston in the main event. What have you made of the whole thing, Matt? And is this the fairy tale of the Daniel Bryan? Ironic that it is Daniel Bryan he's facing, but is it as good as that, Matt? And what have you made to how they've booked this? For me, it's just been a little bit overplayed, a little bit too much. But what have you made of it?
Oh, it has been overplayed. And I think it's good that it's come against Daniel Bryan, though, because he gets this. He knows what it is to be a guy that's been overlooked and hasn't been paid their due for their skill and their technique in the ring. I feel like Kofi is due this opportunity. It's just WWE's way, though, isn't it? It's like, do they go there twice in one night? Do they break two of these walls? I mean, we know now there's the women's main event, first ever WrestleMania women's main event is going to come. But are we going to get, it shouldn't be this way. It's even difficult to talk about, but Kofi Kingston, working class guy, he's busted his ass in that ring all this time, and it was about that. It was like a Steve Austin story, wasn't it? Like when you get the guy that's tried so hard, worked his ass off, and has been overlooked, but then they do this whole New Day thing where they do their own private shoots on the pod. They get the camera and they film themselves, they talk about it, and then they say guys like us, and it becomes almost like they're insinuating it's a race kind of thing. And that is another wall for WWE to break. Yes, I mean, we need a black champion, a strong, like guy like Kofi, like come in strong and take that title and then be looked upon as a legitimate champion and say, yes, the WWE have done that now, like they do with the women now, putting that on a pedestal and actually going with that. But I don't see them doing that twice in one night. I feel like they're focusing too much on the women. I feel like they've gone the whole wrong way about this by bringing that into it, and it's just making it look bad to me now. Yeah, no,
I'm with you there, but I mean, that's just typical WWE though. It's the same they do with the women. As soon as they got something like that, they try and pat themselves on the back and like, oh look, aren't we great? We're going to bring it into the story now that a guy can do it who's black. They try and make such a big deal out of it, but rather than just looking at the individuals, they always do that in WWE, I feel, and try and pat themselves on the back. So, I think it's just going to be a great match. I'm hoping they get a decent time. I know Daniel Bryan and Kofi will put on a tremendous match. That's all you can hope for. For Kofi, this is a major moment. I think it puts New Day in the spotlight as well, which is good. Arguably, you'd say New Day as a group have pulled something special. I mean, they've always seemed to outdo themselves, just right from the get-go when it all went wrong. How far they've come, is incredible. The amount of merch they shift is incredible. And Kofi Kingston as a performer, it's fantastic that they've gone with this and they haven't gone with the same norm. They could have easily gone, I don't know, put Randy in there or something like that, and just the same old stuff. So it's good. I'm happy about it. In terms of a winner, I'm going with Daniel Bryan. I'm going with Daniel Bryan to retain. I think, I'm not saying it'll be the end of Kofi, but I think Daniel Bryan wins this, because I think with Daniel Bryan, the only chance Kofi's got is he'll win it that night, and then perhaps but it's going straight back to Daniel Bryan in my opinion, because Daniel Bryan is a guy who can have so many matches with guys. That's the thing with him, and I just think there's more left with the character change that he's done. But he's got to be champion. So I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. I was